This week on the Max Wrestling Podcast.
Did Lucha Underground and more new belts redeem Impact?
Nakamura goes balls deep.
And was the greatest Royal Rumble Go Home Raw one of the worst?
Turn it to 11. Time to take it to the max. Welcome to the Max Wrestling Podcast, the house that Dazzy dangerously built, along with the wrestling encyclopedia / knowledge champion, Mike Larkin. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just in case you guys didn't know, the greatest Royal Rumble is on Friday.
It's this Friday. From Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
This Friday.
It's on Friday.
Well, if you listen to this episode, it's today. We tried to get this episode up before the show starts, so hopefully you're listening to this on Friday, which is when the Greatest Royal Rumble is on Friday.
That's what I'm saying. I just figured I'd mention that's on Friday. We're going to see 10 matches on Friday. It's in Saudi Arabia. Did you guys know it's on Friday?
They really should have said when it was on Raw. I don't think they said it enough.
No, I don't think they did.
Well, we're going to get into stuff. But remember, people, you can catch up with all the latest Max Wrestling news, episodes, and history at maxwrestling.net and at Max Wrestling UK on all social media. And if you look at the top left corner of the screen, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, there is a hashtag Max Wrestling Podcast. So, yes, it was a horrible Raw. I'm just going to answer that straight away. I lost count how many times I nearly fell asleep.
You know what? So I watched it the following day because of my work schedule. It was okay. I mean, it was kind of bleh. But from what I saw, yeah. This is supposed to be your go-home show for the 50, man Royal Rumble, which, by the way, is on Friday. So they're doing this whole thing. All right. So, of course, the Ascension lose because it's the Ascension. They're back on Raw, but they lose to Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. They're doing the whole 10 women tag. Alexa Bliss, the only thing I really thought was funny because she's such a great heel. I love the moment of Bliss because I thought it accentuated Alexa as the heel character. Everything else was just kind of meh. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, okay, well, whatever. I get it. It's your go-home show. You know, Roman and Brock did their thing. But it was what it was, man. I didn't feel like it was like, oh, we got to see this Raw. We got to see the greatest Royal Rumble. But, it was just kind of meh. I feel you on
that. First of all, the whole anti-bullying thing with Alexa is genius.
It was.
But, God, the Roman Brock thing was awful. It was so forgettable. It was like a blink and you'll miss it segment. Why had they got Roman reverting back to believe that?
I know, but what I did like about it is it's great to see like them cheering because it's like, hello, you're booing the guy. Yes, I know you say what you will about Roman Reigns, but you're booing the guy who's there all the time.
Yeah.
And you're cheering for the part-timing jackass that will leave you and doesn't give a fuck about you. And it was nice to see them, cheering for Roman Reigns and Brock getting the heat. Good.
Can we talk about the 5 planted Roman fans that the cameras kept cutting to?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, all right. But still, it was nice to hear some cheers. And I'm sure a lot of them, we got some Roman cheers there. But yeah, they were the ones that they really went into. You could tell. It was like, all right, here, chant for Roman, chant for Roman, chant for Roman.
I mean, planting fans is one thing, but when you make it so obvious and you keep cutting to them and then they even had a microphone on them.
Yeah.
It took me a second to realise that they were planted because obviously the camera cuts to them, they start cheering Roman, Paul Heyman stops mid-promo and just stares at him, and for a brief moment I was hoping Paul Heyman was just going to go, you realise nobody else is chanting with you, right?
But I'm sorry, man, it's just, I'm one of the guys, I just want to see Brock, I think you'll agree with me, I just want to see Brock lose the belt. Can you just get it off of Brock? Can you just take the title off Brock?
Yeah, I've got no time for Brock. I'm one of these people who don't fully support Roman, but kind of want to see him succeed.
Mhm.
Like, I don't hate him. We've always said we don't hate him. It's just one of those things where he's shoved down your throats and you're kind of like, oh, here we go again. But like we said, at least he's there every week. At least he's trying. God bless him. He's trying.
He is, and I think he's a great. I'm not going to say this. I think he's a hard worker. I think he busts his ass. It's just, yeah, it's just that's the problem that I have. It's like, yeah, you may not like Roman Reigns, but you know what? He's there. The man is there all day, every day. More than you could say about Brock Lesnar, and the guy really doesn't care. Brock is just there for the payday. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
I don't think it helps. Like, Roman is kind of positioned as an underdog right now, but he's like a four-time world champion or something stupid.
It's like what they did at WrestleMania 28. John Cena's the underdog. No, the fuck he's not. like, like Mac Miller, what fucking show are you watching? John Cena ain't no goddamn underdog. Oh, but he's fighting The Rock. He'll probably win in the rematch, and guess what? He won in the rematch.
The fucking Rock who hasn't wrestled in 10 years.
Oh, God. Idiots. But yeah, it's just, that is what it is. Oh, speaking of Bobby Roode losing to Elias.
Um, it's a 50-50 thing because I'm happy for Elias, but at the same time, I'm like, what the hell are they doing with Bobby Roode?
I don't know what they're doing with Bobby Roode. I'm like, are we going to get an Elias Bobby Roode feud, which I'm okay with, but all right. It's like, Elias, great, you got to win, but Bobby Roode, that wasn't that glorious, man.
No. Speaking of Elias, I've got to wonder if there's anything going on between him and Nia Jax.
Why?
We've seen a couple of photos on Instagram of them pretty, well, they're probably just hanging out, but they're looking pretty close.
All right.
She wants to walk with Elias.
First of all, the man is awesome. I don't blame her. Good, God bless her. And personally, if I was him and Nia Jax was coming my way, I got no problem with that. I got no problem with that. Nia's a cool girl. And personally, I like the fact that her public service announcement, messing with Nia Jax is bad for your health. Yes, it is. Hell yeah, it is. And then you see Ember Moon firing up and Natty and the whole thing. I mean, we'll get to that. But I thought that was pretty cool after that whole moment of bliss thing. But I got to mention this as well. We talked about Matt and Bray getting the win over the Ascension, which, all right, because they're building towards Cesaro and Sheamus for the greatest Royal Rumble. But I got to say this as well. Chad Gable getting the upset victory over Jinder Mahal. It's probably one of the biggest upsets on Raw. Oh, my God, Chad Gable's biggest win in his career.
He's a former tag team champion.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. They built it like it was the 1-2-3 kid beating Razor Ramon. I'm like,
yes.
let's not like go that far with this here.
Yeah, I mean, Chad's had success before, and Jinder's really not that special.
All right. I mean, we're gonna do predictions. I'll save what I think about that whole thing once we do our predictions for the greatest Royal Rumble. But yeah, just fucking Jinder Mahal losing the game, the modern day Maharaja.
And then, of course, we're still stuck in this whole multi-man situation for the Intercontinental Championship, which, of course, is building towards a ladder match at a Greatest Royal Rumble, which is on Friday.
Wait a minute. What do you think? Well, I mean, yes, we saw Seth and Finn beat the Miz Taraj, but what did you think about, they're trying to go with Finn Balor. They're trying to go with Seth Rollins. I thought the Miz Taraj trying to campaign was pretty funny.
Yeah, I like where they're going. I'm not sure how far they can go with it because they obviously tried to do the Shield gesture, then they tried to do the Click, Bullet Club, whatever you want to call it.
Too sweet.
Too sweet, me bro. But then, of course, Bray Wyatt tweeted out that, join the Broken Universe. Brother Bo.
Now, well, that would be cool because he is actually his brother.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty cool to see them there. Oh, speaking of them, what did you think about Matt's, the light and then the darkness comes in with Bray and then they both told everybody to run?
Better than last week.
Yeah.
I didn't like last week when they were just stealing each other's lines, but I got a better feel of it this week.
I like how Connor does the cartwheel. Oh, wait a minute, that cartwheel, that was wonderful. Everybody's giving it a standing ovation for a cartwheel.
Yeah, I still hate the entrance music mashup, where it goes from one theme to the other, but that usually indicates that they're not going to be together very long, so they're not going to bother giving him a new entrance music.
Well, speaking of people that are together now, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre putting a whooping on them boys, Titus Worldwide.
I like it a lot.
Me too.
Actually, a lot of people now are kind of, well, I don't know if a lot of people are saying it, but a lot of people have shared the article that if Roman Reigns fails, maybe Drew McIntyre is the next top guy, which I'm completely okay with. He was the chosen one at one point.
Yes, but that promo was excellent. Oh my God! After the match, Dolph's doing his thing, but Drew McIntyre just coming out there, pouring his heart out. That was fucking great.
That promo was also funny because Drew said, "I walk around and see guys with no ambition, no fire, just collecting paychecks." Right next to Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler standing right next to you when you're saying that.
Well, yeah. I mean, no comment with that, but I mean, it's nice to see like a rejuvenated Dolph Ziggler. But the star of the team is McIntyre. Like, come on.
Oh yeah. This is Drew's world.
We're all just living in it. And personally, I thought he's gotten that time away. When he wrestled for Impact Wrestling and he was all over the world. ICW. That time away really did a lot for him.
Oh yeah, I mean ICW positioned him as a top guy. Impact positioned him as a top guy. Credit where it's due. They pretty much helped him make a bigger name for himself, made him a world champion. But yeah, even a short run in NXT, I think, helped elevate him even more as well.
Yeah, I mean, he was great in NXT, the Cyrus on Andrade and Almas and all those matches that they had. And I mean, we could talk about NXT later. I'll be honest, I haven't checked it out yet, but there was some interesting stuff that happened on NXT. We'll get to it, but man, I really did love that NXT run with Drew, and now to see him on the main roster is cool. And I think that's just going to lead to a Dolph and Drew split down the line. But right now, as far as the tag team goes, I think that they're a great formidable tag team.
Yeah, I can see big things for them, and obviously the comparisons there between Shawn Michaels and Diesel. But let's face it, Drew McIntyre is not a bodyguard. He's the main guy in that team.
Now, I see what they're saying with that, obviously, but yeah, Drew McIntyre is not no Diesel. I mean, he's not no Diesel. And I get the comparison with Shawn and Dolph, but yeah.
Then another, I know you're going to laugh at this one. Another line that caught my attention. So there's a backstage interview with the Riot Squad.
Oh, God.
And you speak to Liv Morgan, goes to Sarah Logan. The very first fucking thing Sarah Logan says, "I grew up hunting."
All right.
We get it.
I told you my people are from the South. And not all of them are like that, by the way. But we get it. You're from the South, you're from the country, and you like to hunt. We get it. All right.
Ain't nothing like a terrified animal when it's being hunted.
Like, how many times do we have to emphasize that she's from the South and she likes to hunt? Just let the girl go out there and be a badass.
Peter, P-E-T-A, are going to be on Sarah Logan's ass.
And I like Sarah Logan, man. Why are you doing this to me? I like the girl. The girl out of that group is one of the best athletes in the ring. Ruby Riott is very solid. Liv Morgan, get the fuck out of here. And I don't hate, now when I say that, I don't hate Liv Morgan. I really don't. No. I think the best thing she did was get away from you know who.
Yeah.
But at number two, I mean, I think she works hard, and I think she definitely wants this. I think she's a hard worker, but God, she's such a greenhorn in the ring. She's the worst out of the three.
Yeah, and please stop sharing scripts online.
I know. I saw you tweet about that, and I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with that girl?
What would possess you to do that?
I don't get it. I don't get her thinking. Maybe she was thinking yo, and she was thinking about her days in NXT there. Yo. Hey, let me share some NXT scripts. But hey, whatever. I don't get it.
You don't get Robert Downey Jr. going, hey, here's a script to Infinity War. Whoa.
Yeah, like no, just no. Ugh.
But maybe she'll learn. Then maybe not. I mean, a lot of people still think Carmella's pretty green. I think Carmella's fine. I don't see many problems with her at all. She's playing the annoying character as she's supposed to. She's not terrible in the ring. Maybe we'll see some improvement from Liv in that area, but
yeah. You know what? All right, Carmella is the annoying heel. That's what she's supposed to be. Obviously, we're gonna get the rematch between her and Charlotte at Backlash, and I did enjoy Charlotte dumping on the table on her this week. I thought that was great. But yeah, just Carmella's doing what Carmella's supposed to do. Liv Morgan, I think eventually will find her niche, but right now I just look at her and I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out of here.
You a Carmella knockoff, and Carmella's not even that great yet.
But yeah, man, just. All right. All I'm gonna say is just Sarah Logan, just wrestle. I mean, we get it. You like to hunt. Just stop talking about hunt.
Yeah, please stop talking.
Just don't talk.
Please.
Please.
I'm sure she'd have plenty of good conversations with Brock. Maybe Stone Cold as well.
Yes, but god dang, Sarah.
You might imagine Brock Lesnar coming out every week. Every month, going, Hunt. Okay. All right. So what?
That's nice. Thanks for sharing, Brock.
We may as well do Raw and SmackDown together, and then we'll predict Greatest Royal Rumble later on. So.
That's good.
Obviously SmackDown.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We forgot. So, the 10-woman tag happened, and Mickey James chop blocks Natalya. Here comes Ronda Rousey to the rescue, man, and Ronda kills Mickey. What do you think?
Honestly, just as the entrances were coming on for the tag team match, I went to bed because I could not be bothered. But
are you serious?
Oh yeah, I just thought, what's the point? It's just a pointless 10-woman tag match. But I did watch the video of Ronda the next morning because obviously Ronda rocks. I just wish that should have been earlier on in the show because, what's the point?
I don't know what the point is, unless they do this whole thing where Natalya gets pissed that Ronda keeps helping her and being her like shining armor and her savior, and then Natty just like flips her lid and we get Ronda versus Natalya.
Oh no! I mean, I get the point of the whole Ronda Natalya thing. I mean, what was the point in the match?
I guess it was just to showcase the women, but it turned out we just showcased Ronda Rousey.
That's the problem with it. I think it wasn't main event worthy whatsoever. The only reason it was a main event match is because, for the hell of it, because the men main evented last week, women can main event this week.
Exactly. Oh my God, we had a 10-man Raw tag last week. Oh my God, we have a woman Raw tag this week.
I don't think they understand. People freaking hate 10-person tag matches.
It's just too convoluted. It's too just cluttered. It's like, just fucking stop.
I mean, they seem to think the more people they put in the ring at one time, the bigger the match is in terms of how excited people are for it. Like the Greatest Royal Rumble, which is on Friday. But
yeah, 50 man. And you get a trophy. Did you see the trophy, by the way? What do you think about the trophy?
I haven't seen the trophy yet.
Okay, yeah, it's out there. So the winners of the Greatest Royal Rumble match, they get a trophy. And no, it does not look like the women's trophy, oh my God, or the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
It's not shaped like a penis, is it?
No, it's not shaped like a penis. But yeah, it looks all right. It looks very nice. And what's great about it is they actually did announce that the Saudi Arabian, people who are out there tryouts actually get to shine in this. So you get to see a lot of them in there too.
Oh, nice. I mean, they gotta fill it up. They got friggin' Great Khali in there.
No, just stop it right now. Oh well, yeah, they had her training, and please, I got no problem with that girl. I think she's gonna work hard, and I can tell she wants it, but she should not have been at WrestleMania. I know you want to spotlight NXT, but you could have had more women and not her. I'm sorry, she was not ready. Dakota Kai and like all these other ones, I'm okay with, but that girl was not ready.
No.
I felt like Kevin Hart watching her. No, she wasn't ready. So yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, I'm looking at the trophy now. That is a very nice trophy.
Hey, I know, man. That's what I'm saying. It looks cool.
That's what 20 million gets you.
Exactly. Well, what was 20 million, by the way? I kept hearing 21 million. So what was this whole 20 million thing?
The Saudis paid a considerable amount of money towards the event, obviously.
Wow.
To help promote it, to help put it together and stuff. So I heard it's around 20 million.
Damn. Okay. All right. Now I got to say this as well. So for us in the U.S., it starts at 12. So for you guys, what time does it start? Like 4 or 5?
It starts exactly when I clock into work. I'm so annoyed.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to watch it after work, just like a regular pay-per-view.
So it starts for you when you clock into work.
Yeah, 5 p.m. UK time.
So for me, it starts at 12. So how long is this show? Like 5 or 6 hours?
Oh God, I hope not.
I think it is. I think it is because it's. I think it'll go to like 4 or 5. Well, look at the Greatest Rumble. There's 50 men in it. 50 men in it. Think of the entrances. So that's going to be a long ass match, and then you got 9 others. So yeah, there's 10 matches on this whole show.
So 6 hour show. So it starts when I clock into work,
Yep,
and it ends when I clock out. This
probably,
pay-per-view is gonna last my entire shift.
pretty much.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Now the thing about this is, now for me, I have late night shifts at the end of the week, so I'll be going into work at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. So I'll probably either watch it before or afterwards because of my situation right now. But yeah, so I get it early, and you guys get it right as you're going in and coming out from work.
We get it at a reasonable time, but I'm just not gonna be here to see it.
Exactly.
Oh
So,
man,
I
goddamn
know.
time zones.
God, man, god dang. So yeah, all right. So you want to talk about SmackDown now? And oh, what do you think about Shadows of the Sun, Shinsuke Nakamura's new theme song?
Well, first of all, at least I can watch Japanese pay-per-views in the morning. Uh,
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
so
All right.
I have mixed feelings, and I'm probably the only person in the world who isn't in love with Nakamura's new theme. I like the idea. I like the fact that it's loud and heavy and aggressive.
Yeah.
My only problem was, as he was walking to the ring and the song was playing, and Greg announced Nakamura to the ring,
Mhm.
it was just like, when two people are shouting over each other.
Yeah.
That was the only annoying bit. But yeah, I like what they're doing. I like the direction.
Yeah.
I also like the surprise because I don't think anybody knew he was gonna get new music.
Yeah, because I'm watching them plug this in. I'm like, what? Is somebody like performing song? Then I'll hear that, whatever it was, and just the new like flow to it. I'm like, all right, I can dig it. But yeah, I totally see where you see it sounds like someone shout over everybody. I get
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I haven't even got a problem with it being in Japanese. I don't need to understand what he's saying. I get it's aggressive. It was just you got to think when the ring announcer's announcing his name, you can't understand either one of them because they're shouting over each other. So, Greg, wait for the instrumental part, then announce him.
Exactly. And yeah, I don't have a problem with this in Japanese. I remember when Asuka was the NXT champion and they had Baby Metal perform karate, and that was like in her tribute for like that's I had no problem with that. I don't care if it's not in English. It's aggressive. Doesn't bother me. And those people are awesome. I think that group is awesome, and Baby Metal's doing their thing on the K-pop scene. So who cares? And K-Rock, excuse me. But yeah, I don't give a fuck that it's not in English. It sounds awesome. I don't need to know what they're saying. Friggin' Baby Metal has a song called "Give Me Chocolate." The only friggin' lyric I know in that is "Give me chocolate." That's it. Everything else is in Korean. I don't care. Newt May. I don't know what that means, but it sounds awesome.
So we opened Raw, SmackDown. Probably, I'm getting like R-Truth. I'm glad to be back on Mondays. It's Tuesday.
Wait a minute. Ty Dillinger is on the phone with R-Truth telling him where the hell were they for SmackDown this week? Was it like fucking what was it, Milwaukee or somewhere? And he's like, no, we're in Milwaukee, Truth. We're in Milwaukee. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. And I about died, and Ty Dillinger goes, unbelievable.
So
And then I see the other exclusive, and it's like Becky Lynch is hurt from, because her and Asuka, they lose to the Iconics, which I thought was fine. So then Asuka's like, okay, we'll get them next time. And then Absolution's making fun of them. So I'm like, please don't tell me that we're going to get a Becky Lynch heel turn and she's going to be like the new leader of Absolution.
No, Becky isn't a faction kind of girl.
That's what I'm saying.
Keep her away from Absolution.
Yes, just keep her away. Let Becky just do her thing. I thought the match was fine with the Iconics. It served its purpose, and I like saying Iconics, and I like Billy Kay, and I like Peyton Royce, so there's no complaining from me.
The Iconics are killing it.
Iconics. And I like how they're like, we're hot. No, you're hot. I thought that whole exchange was pretty funny.
Like half of the audience have immediately accepted the Iconics and love them. The other half find them so annoying and hate them, and that's the whole point.
That's the point. They're the mean girls of the WWE. Hello. It's the point.
And not even the accent, the attitude. It's supposed to annoy you.
They're supposed to, like, get you mad. That's why they're great at what they do as heels. Durr.
Yes, I would say the women had a better showing on SmackDown than they did on Raw.
Yeah, I would definitely hear that.
As we mentioned, the contract signing as well.
Okay. I like how they constantly play the video and Corey Graves standing up and like, shut up, Saxton. Show some respect. Clap. Like, I thought that was amazing, and telling Tom Phillips to shut up. And then Carmella gets, the table on her, and Byron goes, well, that was fabulous. And then Corey goes, shut up, Saxton. Yeah. I thought that exchange was great. The whole thing about that was just great. It was just Carmella being the annoying heel. Charlotte comes out, signs it, dumps the table on her, and then you see, during commercial, Carmella signs the contract in the back. So it was cool. I'm looking forward to that.
And we kind of saw a little bit more of Charlotte this week, if you know what I'm saying.
I had no problem with that. I didn't. I mean, I'll say this right now, Bram. What's wrong with you, man? Like, you had a good thing there, and she. Okay, people say what they will about her, but I think she's a lovely woman. But I was like, come on, Bram. And then but whatever. Hey.
Now
is it just a plague?
On to the negativity for the females on SmackDown. I mean, I've got to be honest, I've been negative about this girl for a long, long time, and that's Naomi.
Jimmy! Be okay, Jimmy! Oh, come on! I love you, Jimmy! No, it didn't sound like that, but she was like, why not? Like, be safe! Oh my god, I'm serious, listen to me! I saw the look in their eyes, there was no expression! I'm gonna help you! And nothing says distraction like that booty-shaking, earthquaking, twerking of Naomi, and Eric Rowan loses the match.
She distracts Luke Harper by shaking her ass.
Okay, wait a minute. You mean to tell me if a woman like that with the badonkadonk that she's got, you wouldn't be distracted by that?
I've never really liked Naomi.
I'm just saying, man, when a girl comes up to you and starts booty shaking, earthquaking, twerking, but she ain't jerking, I mean, like, come on, man. There's a distraction factor there, so I get it. She's playing to her assets, if you will, baby. So Jimmy gets the win. So I see the point.
I think it would have been funnier if Luke had, while he was staring, just gone, yeah.
The feud is, all right, I'm going to say this right now. The dude is the Bludgeon Brothers Insanity. That's the feud.
Oh, yeah. I just don't think we need the whole defensive wife thing in this rivalry, because it kind of demeans the Usos, who have just built up this massive name for themselves in the past year or so.
Yeah. Down since day one-ish. I'm still down since day one-ish, but yeah, I know they're going to get squashed.
I'm down, but it's kind of killing their tough guy image when Naomi has to keep coming to save him.
Speaking of tough guy image, I'm going to go there. So the Bar interrupts the New Day and takes their pancakes.
How could you take those pancakes? You touched them, take them with you.
Thought that was funny. So obviously I'm going to say this right now. We'll get to our predictions, but my early prediction is Matt and Bray are going to win the titles, and Cesaro and Sheamus are going to feud with the New Day.
It's nice to see a little freshness from the Bar.
Yes. I enjoyed them stealing the pancakes. I thought that was very funny.
You touched them, take them with you.
So take them with you. Like, take your pancakes with you. That was cool.
You know what we could have got was Kofi just slapping his hand away. Go, Kofi doesn't share food.
That too, yeah. Oh. Freaking Shelton Benjamin beats Randy Orton. What do you think about that?
Nice.
Yeah.
It's the Shelton Benjamin of old.
Yeah. Ain't no stopping him now.
Yeah, the guy that often held his own with main eventers like Shawn Michaels and
Triple H,
and getting kicked in the face after springboard.
Oh, that's still one of my favorite Raw moments. That was an epic moment.
Yeah.
So what'd you think about, of course, Sunil Singh takes an RKO, because it wouldn't be a SmackDown if a Singh brother didn't get killed by Randy Orton. And what you think about, he's in the mask, he chop blocks Jeff, and then that whole scenario with Sunil.
I haven't seen Jeff on the ground for that long from such a small move in a long time.
I mean, I'm getting that you're selling the injury with the knee there, Jeff, but it's like, okay.
I mean, by the time he could have got up Sunil was KO'd anyway, but
Yeah.
I don't think he needed to be on the ground for that long.
No, I don't think so either, man. But it happened. Speaking of something else that happened. Well, you know something. When I was a kid, and I was weak, but then I got the weights, and then I became big. And you know what? Daniel Bryan is something that I hate. He's the epitome of what I hate. What'd you think of Big Cass's promo?
He's got some work to do, but
Hmm.
I've heard worse.
Yeah. And what'd you think about the Miz getting that whole interaction?
There's never enough good words to say about the Miz. And this is such a flip reversal from 2 years ago.
I know. But here's the thing, man. If you really want to get a payoff with this, so what's after Backlash? Is it Money in the Bank? I think it's Money in the Bank, right?
June. Yeah, June should be.
Okay. So you got Money in the Bank. Have them be in the Money in the Bank match together. Have there be an exchange, and you know where you blow off the feud? SummerSlam.
Yep.
It's simple.
I don't want to see Miz and Daniel Bryan in the same match until SummerSlam. Or
Agreed.
until they have their one-on-one match. But it better be a big one-on-one match.
Yeah, exactly. But Daniel Bryan with that fired up promo, he was going to make him tap out. So Backlash, we get Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass.
Did he? I can't remember. Did he actually say that he saw Big Cass, or did he think it was Big Cass?
No, I think he said, I get attacked by a coward, 7-foot tall coward, and he attacks me. So I think he was implying that Big Cass did it.
Yeah, which kind of confirms my suspicion that it's obviously the Miz, who's pretending to be this reformed, new dad, nice guy. No.
No, he's not.
Just wait until he flips that switch and becomes the Miz that we all know and love.
That talking smack promo. That Miz.
Yes. Yeah, we can see where you're going with the Miz.
I got something to see where we're going. So the club is back together, and they take on Shinsuke Nakamura on Rusev Day. And then friggin' Shinsuke Nakamura gives the Kinshasa to Luke Gallows at the back of the head. And then Carl Anderson sacrifices himself for AJ Styles. And then he tells AJ Styles to come on. And then what does he do? He hits him in the ding-ding again. What is it with these low blows? What is it with hitting somebody in the nuts?
You remember when they were building the whole Brock Undertaker feud on low blows?
Yeah, that's
Taker
true.
just kept kicking him in the balls.
Well, sometimes you just got to kick him in the ding. Or the fleshy part where his nuts used to be. 40-year-old virgin reference. But god dang, man. Sometimes you just hit a dude in his nuts. Right in his sack.
I'm just thinking of South Park. Dude, you don't hit a guy in the nuts. The fuck is wrong with you?
That too. Yeah, that too. I like that.
Not cool.
Not cool, man.
Oh. Heel Nakamura is a gift that keeps on giving.
He's also. I was just waiting for no speak English. That will never get old. I just want to hear him say no speak English every time they ask him something about who it does. Or, I am very sorry for what I did to you.
I really hope he gets interviewed in Saudi Arabia and just goes, no speak English.
No speak English. It's what he did in Japan. He was a great heel.
Yeah.
He was a great heel in Japan.
Oh, Nakamura bringing chaos to Smackdown. No pun intended. Yes, pun one was intended. I'm lying.
I saw the Sanity promo talk about bringing chaos. I thought that was very cool. So, like I said, I'm just looking forward to Sanity and the Bludgeon Brothers. Authors of Pain, they're on Raw, but what the heck are they going to do? All they did is beat Heath Slater and Rhino 2 weeks in a row. Who are they feuding? Meh. Okay.
I mean, I don't want to say meh because it's Authors of Pain. I like Authors of Pain,
Me
but
too.
it's just already they're like, okay, so what are we doing with him? I don't know. It's like, yeah, let's get this popular tag team from NXT and then have no idea what to do with them. So,
Oh, I'll tell you what we forgot about with Raw too as well. Baron Corbin. I'm just gonna say it. He was a lemon. It said No Way Jose's Adam Rose. He walks away. No Way Jose's doing the conga line, and then he gets his ass whipped by Baron Corbin. So welcome to Raw, Baron Corbin. You're feuding with No Way Jose.
Again, why?
Because we have nothing else for these guys to do, so put them together.
Creative has nothing for you.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right.
Onto the club again. It's nice to see them back with AJ, but at the same time, I was watching Raw, and when Bo and Axel went to Finn Balor. Obviously, they were all wearing the OGBC t-shirts, and I'm just thinking, those t-shirts are already out of date. Because 2/3 are now on Smackdown.
Very true.
Why do they do this?
Because we're shaking things up. It's a superstar shake-up.
We'll set things up perfectly, and then we'll shake them up and then forget about them.
Sounds familiar, and we'll get to that as well.
Yes, last year it was a superstar fuck-up.
Yep.
It wasn't so much of a fuck-up this year, it's just a storyline fuck-up. Because they made the mistake of setting up all these new feuds like 2 weeks before the shake-up, and then all of a sudden everything is all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, how many inter-promotional matches have we got now on Greatest Royal Rumble? We got IC title, we've got US title, tag team titles for Raw.
Well, yeah, okay, I was going to say SmackDown is the SmackDown title. But yeah, now this is our own Champions on Raw. There's one. Yeah. Jeff Hardy and Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, so we got 3 inter-promotional matches.
Shaking things up. We're co-branded. Again, we were originally co-branded, then we weren't co-branded, now we're co-branded again.
And we're going to get into the predictions in just a moment, but this is my problem before we go to a break with inter-promotional championship matches. If it's inter-promotional championship matches, you kind of know who's going to win.
That's why I look at the Backlash card, and you look at the 5 matches that they announced. Did you see the 5 matches that are announced on Backlash yet?
I know there's Joe and Roman.
Okay.
If that's the only one I can remember is that one so far.
Okay, so it's Roman and Joe, Nia and Alexa in a rematch, Carmella and Charlotte in a rematch, Seth Rollins and The Miz for the Intercontinental title in a promotional, and Daniel Bryan and Big Cass. So that's the 5 matches so far announced for Backlash.
Why would they book Rollins and The Miz already?
Because Miz needs a rematch, even though he's getting it in the ladder match.
Exactly.
But hey, 1-on-1, man.
Oh, okay. Right, let's go to a break and then we'll get into the Greatest Royal Rumble, which is this Friday from Saudi.
If you didn't know, it's on Friday. Get down on Friday.
So before we do go anywhere, remember the next time we bring you a trivia special will be the 2nd anniversary of the Knowledge Championship as we present Trivia Takeover 3.0 Pick Your Poison on June 30th. Each participant in the trivia will get to choose the type of trivia in each round until only one Knowledge Champion remains. We're also bringing back the special tradition of everybody on the show cutting a promo on a wrestler of their choice. Things could get interesting. And the first theme song for the show is Unstoppable by For the Fallen Dreams. You can check that out now on their new album 6, which is available on iTunes and Spotify. We'll be right back after this.
There's no need for a battle. Thousands of men don't need to die.
I don't believe that giants and ghouls and white walkers are lurking beyond the wall.
My reign has just begun.
Relive the story so far. Throne Zone Season 2, coming this summer from Danger Zone Productions.
All right, so Chef, besides the NXT tapings, he was also at the recent Impact tapings. Now, this is the same Impact tapings where we had a solid show, Redemption. Yes, there were botches. I don't know what the hell happened with the way they put that ring together, but there were botches. But the show was decent for Redemption. I saw it Monday, the day after, because you know why? I'm not paying $40 for an Impact pay-per-view. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'll watch it online for free. So
Honesty is the best policy.
Honesty is the best policy. So our boy Chef and group member went to the show. He was not happy with how they put the thing because he's a Pentagon Junior fan like myself, and they put the belt on Aries, and he was not happy. But I think from what goes on with the future tapings, I'm not sure yet because not all the spoilers came out. There's some good to it, but after the Aries thing happened, he goes, "I'm never coming back to this motherfucker." You had like something special there where Pentagon Jr. is the Impact and Lucha Underground champion, which he is because June 13th, Lucha Underground comes back to, TV on the El Rey Network. The new season begins. And you just have him drop it back to Austin Aries, who also is not under contract.
And welcome back to the Max Wrestling Podcast. I mean, let's be honest, they rented Lucha Underground for publicity, for redemption, and obviously because Lucha's starting season 4, so we should have known really they weren't going to keep the belt on Pentagon for long.
And a lot of people were chanting Lucha at the thing because you know why? It's Lucha fucking Underground, and nobody cares about fucking Impact. I'm sorry. I know everybody wants it to be so relevant, and everybody was so happy at the friggin' Impact chat that I'm looking. Oh, we converted a WWE fan because Izzy was there and she was chanting on Tessa Blanchard. Hello. She lives in Florida. She's a wrestling fan. So of course she's going to go to a wrestling show and support her favorite wrestlers. It doesn't matter that it's an Impact show or an NXT show. She's a wrestling fan. You've converted no one. Nobody gives a shit. Because if you look at Slammiversary, the way you go with it, if they're building towards a match like Congo Kong versus Johnny Impact, and no disrespect to Congo Kong because he's a professional and he's an awesome individual, but nobody gives a shit about Congo Kong that you're making him the new abyss. Okay, I'm sorry. You look at Slammiversaries from yesteryear and the matches and the people that you had on, and then you look like you're going to do Johnny Impact versus Congo Kong. Like, are you fucking ribbing me right now? And of course they go back to Canada for Slammiversary because it's fucking Canada and it's your goddamn headquarters. And you're in a 3,000 capacity nightclub / concert hall, which that's nice. And I've seen the venue. It's very nice from what it looks like. It's, it's nicely done. And I'm sure they can do whatever for that if you incorporate more Lucha Underground stars on it. Because let's be honest, Lucha Underground, I'm going to say it, and this may anger some people, but I really don't give a fuck. Impact is Lucha Underground's bitch. That's what they are. Because Lucha Underground is fucking Lucha Underground. It's a hot commodity, and it'll make you money. But no. Because Impact Wrestling, who the fuck cares?
So I saw a great tweet of a conversation between, an imaginary conversation between Impact and the general wrestling fan. It's like, please come back to us. No, you're TNA. But we changed your name to Impact. I don't care, you're still TNA. Pentagon's the new champion. Okay. Now he's dropped it back to Aries. Fuck you, you're TNA.
It's so TNA-esque. Like, I'm sorry, it's just... Oh my God! It's just like really, just that company is just so fucking infuriating. And like I said, I do my show with my boys, where we talk about it. But I'll be honest, I can't do that every week. I can't watch. I can't cover Impact every week. I just can't do it. It makes my head hurt. It's annoying because you think that they try to do something solid, and then you know what? They fucking ruin it. And then they put out a tweet. We presented 34 first-time ever one-on-one matches on Impact so far this year. We're striving to give you the best show every week and give you something you haven't seen before. That's nice. That's nice. What do you think about that tweet, Daz?
Bullshit.
Thank you.
Because NXT could make the same claim. And they're actually under contract.
That's all I could say. So they have a pay-per-view in April. I'm not paying $40. Like I said, I'll watch it the next day for free. Then July is Slammiversary, or as I like to call it. Oh shit, we're still in business at Slammiversary on July 22nd. And of course they're going back to Canada because if they did another show in the US, they probably by themselves would not do well. And then they're partnering with some UK promotions later in the year, which... Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, so which other promotion are they going to rely on this time?
It's like one of those like promotions. I don't know if it's Rev Pro or one of the UK promotions, but of course they're gonna go because it's a UK promotion. All right, and you guys have some of the best athletes in the world. But yeah, that's who they're partnering up. Because if they are just by themselves,
no,
not
happening.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'll be honest with you. They have that show coming to the UK. Are you gonna go to an Impact in UK show?
No.
Okay. Ring of Honor has Honor United coming up in the UK. Are you going to go to that Ring of Honor show?
That piques my interest more. Now, I did go to Maximum Impact every year for about 4 or 5 years, and then, of course, they stopped going over. So I think on principle now, just, no, fuck you. I'm not coming to your show.
And then you look at Redemption, what they did. I'll be honest, the only match that was kind of meh was the fact that you had Taya Valkyrie fight Kiera Hogan, who, in case you don't know, was trained by Mr. fucking Hughes. Shout out to Evan.
We're gonna have to start paying Evan every time we say Mr. fucking Hughes.
I know, but it's so awesome, and he's the man. Shout out to Evan. But again, so Kiera Hogan, she has promise. She works hard. But it just showed how fucking green she is next to Taya. And then you have Tessa Blanchard come out, because Tessa Blanchard is now on Impact, which I'm sure is not a long drive for her because she lives in the Florida area, and her boyfriend is on NXT. Hello, Ricochet. And, I mean, so you go to Impact now, and, I mean, Tessa Blanchard is an asset wherever she goes, but I'm like, how long before she leaves?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's great you got Tessa Blanchard and Don Callis. So they had Don Callis on pay-per-view with Josh Matthews. So there was no Josh Matthews and Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay, you're not needed. Here comes Don Callis. So Don Callis, when Tessa Blanchard sits down, he goes, "Oh, Tessa, hi. Did I sign you last week? I forgot." And I'm like, really? Like, just. I just want to shake people. So yeah, but that was the ridiculous thing. I wake up to, oh, Izzy's at the Impact Zone. We've converted a WWE fan. No, you haven't. No, the fuck you haven't. Stop it.
Just stop.
Just fucking stop it. You guys are trying to be so relevant. Again, and I even admit it. Someone who criticizes, it was a solid show, but then you fuck it up, just like you always do.
Someone else who needs to just stop?
Who?
Botch Steiner.
All right. So Scott Steiner is your Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champion with Eli Drake. You make fun of WWE fans and wrestling fans in general for putting a title on a 10-year-old kid, which I even said to these people, he's going to lose. They're going to relinquish it the next day. And guess what happened? They relinquished it the next day.
Yeah, he had the schedule conflicts.
Yeah, he had to go back to the 4th grade. Goddamn. So Scott Steiner, who he looked okay in the match, but it was probably the world's slowest Frankensteiner, watching him climb to the top rope and do the Frankensteiner at 55 years old, which was a cool visual, but it's just like you put the title on a guy. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
There was one group or maybe a couple of pages that were like, oh my god, Scott Steiner broke out the Frankenstein for the first time in years, and he's, how old is he?
55.
He landed on his fucking head.
It was what I like to call the gingerly Frankensteiner. Like Randy Savage had the gingerly knee, Scott Steiner had the gingerly Frankensteiner.
You remember when John Cena powerbombed himself?
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
It's the exact same thing. I'm like, Scott Steiner is your Impact Tag Champ. That's great. And Eli Drake signed a 2-month extension, which means probably after that 2 months he'll have enough.
Wow, only 2 months.
Only 2 months. He signed a 2-month extension. Wow. And I mean, Winter's back.
Brock Lesnar just signed like a 2 pay-per-view extension, but he's getting like 600 stupid grand a match.
And Winter's back for Impact. I mean, I like Katie Lee Burchill. I think she's amazing. But if spoilers are true, and you put her with Grado, and I'm like, why?
I mean, credit where it's due. She made a bigger name for herself in Impact back in its glory days than WWE did, but.
Yeah, when she was the female Ultimate Warrior to Angelina Love, when she could only see Winter in the mirror. Yes, correct.
Yeah, she turned Angelina Love into a zombie.
And turned a zombie lesbian, my friend. We were lovers from a long time ago. Don't forget about that. They were lovers.
But even that was good Impact.
And what do you have now? You got KM, who fucking You tried to make him like a main eventer with this American Top Team thing, which, by the way, is no longer there. Because, whatever. So, they did that. Now he's back to being a comedy character, fat-shaming Dick Justice, why he's on the roster, I have no idea. Why are half the people they have there? You lose a lot of people, but you keep people like fucking Dick Justice, who I don't get. So they do a fat-shaming thing with him and follow ba, ba, ba. And Tyrus comes out, but oh wait, Tyrus left. You know why? Because he had enough. Again. So, because we didn't agree creatively. Yeah, because you know why? Tyrus wanted to do something like serious, and you made him do a fat shaming gimmick. Oh, and they'll be like, oh, but Nia Jax, they did it on WWE. I'm like, well, okay, but that's Nia Jax. It's Nia Jax. Who you're doing with this is like Dick Justice. Who cares? Who fucking cares? I'm sorry. And I know somebody's probably a Dick Justice fan, but like, You can't compare Nia Jax and Dick Justice.
No,
Like,
I mean, for starters, big male wrestlers is not a new thing.
it's not. It's really not.
Whatsoever.
It's
And
not.
even though we've seen it before in WWE, we haven't seen it that often.
No.
It is kind of relatively new to see somebody like Nia Jax at her size be as successful as she is.
They're the only one who announce her weight. She's the only one that gets her weight announced.
Yeah, the only other woman I can remember was
Awesome Kong.
yeah. Maybe China, I can't remember.
No, China did not get.
No.
Get,
Yeah, Awesome Kong.
I mean, it's great to see Winner, but they're acting like she's back. I mean, she's probably just back at the tapings and she's gonna leave probably right after that.
Just like everybody else.
Yeah, and then I see these new people because it leaked out it's coming back. Rebel is back, which I like Rebel. I got no problem with Rebel.
Yeah.
Who else? Oh, fucking Madison Rain, which of course, because look who she's married to.
I still don't understand that.
Whatever, man. Rebel, Madison Rain, they got Scarlett Bordeaux, who, don't say who because you'll laugh at when I say this.
Oh, I know who she is.
Yeah, she's in Women of Honor. She was in Ring of Honor, and the last time we actually saw her on TV was the WWE in 2016. Because remember when they were having Braun like squash Ellsworth and all these J-Brones, and they did the same thing with Nia Jax?
Yeah.
She was one of the girls that got squashed by Nia Jax. So that's the last time.
I remember that match.
Yeah. That was the last time we saw Scarlett Bordeaux. So, yeah, so they got Scarlett Bordeaux there. Su Yung is now the new Knockouts champion, which, okay, that's cool. And it looks like they're going to do a Rosemary feud with her. So.
See, this is the problem. You just had a live pay-per-view, and you decide to change all the championships at the 2 days later on the pre-tapings. So it can all get thrown out there in spoilers. Like, why? Why do you, this is why people laugh at you, Impact.
And Su Yung has the Undead Brides now, which is pretty cool. So, I mean, all right. I mean, I get it. But, like I said, I tried not to hate too much on the show because it was solid. But then they fuck it up with the tapings. They just fuck it up.
And new championship belts again, just because,
Yes, we can.
Just because it can. But it's like the third time they've changed the belts in 2 years. Is it any wonder they're hemorrhaging money?
I'm just like, you change the belts, which that's great. It's like when they were flip-flopping. Oh, let's have the 6-sided ring. Oh, let's have the 4-sided ring. Oh, let's have the 6-sided ring. Oh, let's go back to the 4-sided ring. Oh, we got the 6-sided ring back. And you're talking about these partnerships with AAA and Noah. Yes, Ishimori wrestled at Redemption, but how long before Ishimori leaves? And he's the only one you have from Noah right now. Then you talk about AAA, El Hijo del Fantasma, a.k.a. King Cuerno. And where does King Cuerno wrestle? Lucha Underground.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Cage, Lucha Underground. Johnny Impact, Taya Valkyrie, Lucha Underground. And who left Lucha Underground? Jack Evans and Helico, who would be an asset to the X Division. Jack Evans, if he goes to Impact, whatever. But personally, if I was Jack Evans, he was also named in a certain company by the name of Ring of Honor, which these Impact fans like to forget that these people also wrestled in Ring of Honor and had great, feuds and matchups in Ring of Honor. So I can see Jack Evans going back to Ring of Honor. And then news breaks that Rich Swann was backstage, which the last time we heard about Rich Swann, he got into a domestic dispute with his wife, Su Yung, which where does she work? Impact Wrestling. And I'm like, I'm sure that they resolved their issues, but hello?
It's a conspiracy.
It's all that mind control. So, yeah, Rich Swann could possibly be Impact bound. And then apparently they're trying to keep Neville over at WWE, and all these Impact fans want Neville in Impact Wrestling and have him feud with Austin Aries because they can, continue the rivalry in Impact Wrestling, which if I was Neville, I would just go to New Japan and wrestle in the junior division, wrestle guys like Will Ospreay. But if Neville wants to go there, that's his business.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of a dick move that WWE won't release him from his contract. They're making him wait it out. I mean, obviously the guy just wants to wrestle.
And the last thing I'll say about that is, all right, people talking about free Enzo, and WWE fired him when he was wrongfully, he's been cleared of everything and blah, 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 blah. Don't put that man in Impact Wrestling. Just don't.
No.
He should just not go anywhere. Go ahead.
I'm sure Butcher set the record straight last week, but let's just set the record straight again. He didn't get fired because he was being investigated. That's what he got suspended for. He got fired because he didn't tell them he was being investigated until it became public.
And also, it gives them an excuse to fire him. You know why? Because he's a dickwad.
Yeah.
He's a fucking dickwad. Like, he's a detriment to your company. You just lost Paros. You knew what you were getting when you signed Paros. So don't give me this crap about Paige and all this and all that. He's a fucking detriment to himself, too. He's a hothead. He's a PR nightmare. Enzo, who's also a dickwad, is a PR nightmare. Do not sign these people.
No.
Just don't do it.
Just let Impact pick him up. They can deal with him.
They can deal with him. They'll probably make him the X Division champion as soon as he comes in the fucking door, but hey.
What's his name gonna be?
Well, his real name is Eric something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Eric Amore. And instead of Amore, it's Eric Amore. Eric, my love. That's Amore. Instead of Amore, that's Amore.
Lamborghini Amore.
Lamborghini Amore. I don't know, but who cares? That guy's a twat. Or he could just be Amore. And then he could come out to Dean Martin. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's Amore.
I ain't Italian, but I got some salami.
I was just down at the butcher shop. Had the cold cuts. Got them ready. Want some prosciutto cheese? Hey, go to the butcher shop. Oh, mamma mia, tutti frutti. I put the pizza in the oven. I put the little pepperoni on it. I wiggle my belly. Hey, so Luigi, why don't you just call me Mario? Yes.
On second thoughts, if Enzo gets picked up, maybe it's not a good idea to make penis jokes.
Well. Yeah.
Oh. So there we go. We've had enough of Impact now.
I've had enough.
Yes, they redeemed themselves, then they fucked it up. So yeah, there you go. Now on to the Greatest Royal Rumble, which is this Friday.
Yeah.
Don't know if you were aware or not, but it's this Friday.
It's on Friday.
It's today. It's today.
We're all working for the weekend. That's what we're doing. So yeah, speaking, I like that tweet of yours with Rebecca Black. Like how many times are we gonna mention Friday?
Oh my God! Every 2 minutes, Michael Cole was saying Friday. Somebody please do a remix of the Rebecca Black song with Michael Cole going Friday.
First of all, the last time Rebecca Black was mentioned on WWE, I think was WrestleMania 8, I think, or something like that, because Zack Ryder was on that talent show with Snoop Dogg and everybody, and he started singing Friday by Rebecca Black when that song was actually popular. Unfortunately.
How it became popular for the wrong reasons.
Bad reasons and the wrong reasons. The guy that friggin' did that song with Rebecca Black Friday, the guy who produced it, also produced that chick Allison Gold, who was like the same age as Rebecca Black, and she had this thing on YouTube. Her song was called Chinese Food, and she was talking about how she loves chow mang 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 mang, and it was one of the most annoying things. It's shit that gets over, man. It was just such horseshit. But anyway, let's just get to the Greatest Royal Rumble because I'm gonna get mad again.
Yeah, viral stupidity somehow manages to get viral, such as Scott Steiner's math. But anyway.
The Ric Flair drip, man. The Ric Flair drip.
People love it. I don't get it.
I was laughing at Ric Flair doing it. He was just coming out strutting and just Ric Flair drip. Woo! Ric Flair drip. Woo! So I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah, I don't get it.
I mean, I think it would have been better if it was more of an upbeat song, but it's just kind of like... It's almost depressing.
It is. Ric Flair drip. Woo! Ric Flair drip. Woo!
Oh. Alright, so... Greatest Royal Rumble, which, first of all, can we just say they have friggin' couches to sit on?
Did they really?
Their seating arrangement, well, maybe not up in the stands, but the floor seats are couches.
No.
They are watching this event in comfort. They're also only $60 American for those seats.
Oh, wait, hold on. So, for us in the U.S., we get it at 12, and the pre-show starts at 11.
Yeah.
So
I can watch the... No, I can't watch the pre-show. I'll be leaving then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the pre-show for you would start at 4, but you'll be going to work.
All right. So 10 matches. Where should we kick it off? Jeff Hardy, Jinder Mahal. Let's kick it off with that one.
All right. Yeah, well, I was going to say, did you see the latest matchup that they announced due to 205 Live?
Oh, Cedric and Kalisto.
Yeah, Kalisto wins the gauntlet and Cedric and Kalisto, but we'll get to that. Let's start with Jeff and Jinder. So here's what I think.
Go
God,
on.
I'm sorry. All right. So Jeff and Jinder, here's my theory. You're overseas. Jinder Mahal, he's the modern day Maharaja. I'd have Jinder win it back here, and then Jeff wins it back at Backlash. I think that they're going to play hot potato with it.
Hmm. And I was just thinking, I can't see them changing any titles if they're interpromotional, because again, that would just fuck things up. Just like when Jeff actually won the title, and then for the time being, both championships were on Raw. But yeah, I definitely see Jeff retaining.
Okay. So we'll differ on this, and I'll say Jinder regains, and Jeff wins it back at Backlash. So we can play hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato.
I mean, it could work like that. I mean, Backlash and the Rumble are only a week apart.
Yeah, a week or two apart.
Yeah, so let's go to the Cruiserweight Championship. I see Cedric retaining as well.
Okay.
Only because he's only just won it, and Kalisto is kind of there, but you forget he's there most of the time.
All right. So, yes, I'm going to also pick Cedric Alexander to retain because the matchup at Backlash will probably be Cedric Alexander, and if he can make weight, which I'm sure he will be Cedric and Buddy Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cedric. That's the only title, by the way, I think is going to change. Because I know you said you don't think any titles are going to change hands. I'm telling you right now, I think the only one that'll change hands is Jinder, because Jinder is, he's beloved all over the world. He's the modern-day Maharaja. Bow down. It's Jinder. Don't hinder Jinder. So, yeah. But, yeah, Jinder to regain. Cedric to retain. So, yeah. And you know why? Because it's the dream, and I won't let go.
On to another championship. Let's do the Smackdown Tag Team Championship. We can predict this one more because they're both on the same show. Bludgeon Brothers and the Usos.
Come on. It's got to be the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah, I'm gonna sound like a broken record again. I think they're retaining, unless Naomi distracts them with their ass.
I would just like to say, as far as Naomi goes, her milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Definitely brings Luke Harper to the yard.
Yeah.
Let me try and find a championship that could change hands, in my opinion. Intercontinental, I think, could have a chance of changing hands. Maybe either Finn Balor or Joe, but I don't see Miz winning it. Unless, of course, they do a switch and Jinder wins the US title and then Miz wins the IC title. That I'd be happy with.
You see, all right. Joe, I don't think. I think. All right. Well, we'll get to Brock and Roman. We'll give our thoughts there. But as far as this one goes, I'm going to say Seth retains. I'm going to sound like a broken record too, but I'm going to say Seth retains. It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to the ladder match, but I'm going to say Seth retains. I don't see Balor winning because I don't know, but I don't know what they're doing with Finn. Joe.
Finn has lost his boys and he's back in obscurity again.
Joe could be, but yeah, I'm going to go Seth.
And this is going to be sound almost controversial, but I can't really see Finn Balor, who's suddenly representing the LGBTQT community, winning a championship in Saudi Arabia.
Well, all right, you see, all right, I'm going to try to put this nicely. That's not necessarily controversial. It's just the way things are in Saudi Arabia. There's also why there's no women on this show. Hello?
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. And Triple H talked about, hopefully that we can make a change and, how they're thinking. And maybe it'd be revolutionary like they did it with, what was it, Dubai or Abu Dhabi? Where they
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi, thank you. Where Alexa and Sasha wrestled. So maybe we can hopefully see a change.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as pissed off as a lot of people are about the whole no women on the show thing, because obviously you have to understand it's how the country runs. But they are making changes over there, and Triple H has said that they got like a 10-year contract, so you got to think long term. Maybe in a couple of years we'll finally get women on the show. It's a way of helping out WWE and a way of changing the way things go over there.
Agreed, man. I mean, that's really all you could say. It just, it's just the way the world is, man. Unfortunately, how it is in Saudi Arabia. But yeah, I'm just all about equality, and I know you agree with Triple H sentiments. So yeah, let's just see how everything unfolds for the future.
Hmm. Uh, do-do-do-do. Oh, John Cena Triple H, which is kind of random, but it's a rematch which is 11 years in the making.
Well, they haven't had like a singles match. I think they said since like 2010.
Oh,
So yeah, so it's got to be like 8, 9, well, 09 to yeah, yeah, it got to be like 8 years.
I was thinking WrestleMania 22, but I forgot they wrestled since then.
Well, yeah, WrestleMania 24, Raw, Vengeance 08, like, and few on between, but yeah, like 09 and 10. So yeah, about 8 or 9 years.
See, everything between 2007, 2011 is kind of a blur.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, my friend. As far as who wins, I gotta do it. You know I gotta do it.
I would say John Cena.
Well, you know why he's gotta win, right?
Oh, well, I'm sure he's got millions of Saudi Arabia fans.
No, that's not why.
Okay, why?
Well, you know something, Jack. I got a rebound from losing to The Undertaker. I was very happy. Give me a tombstone, damn it. The Undertaker gave me a tombstone. I lost in 2 minutes. I got to get a rebound, Jack. I'm the underdog, Jack. Even though I've been the champion for 20 million times, Jack, I'm still the underdog, Jack. Saudi Arabia, yeah, my time is now.
I want to see him have a stare down and Triple H flash his wedding ring and Cena's face.
Oh! You want to talk about heat, man. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, after that whole thing, I'm kind of lost a little something for John Cena. I really, that pissed me off.
Yeah.
He left on for a year. There was no reason for the Miz to lose. And I feel bad that I was the only one last year that picked it because I knew it was going to happen. And then what happens a year later? They break up.
God damn it, John.
Damn you, John. Friggin', oh, Nikki, I love you. No, I really don't. But, okay.
John Cena's ruined a WrestleMania moment that we never wanted in the first place.
What the hell was the point, man? You just let... You know what that was? That was for Total Divas, all right? And we're going to see the breakup on Total Divas, too. So that's just spiffy, isn't it? You fuck.
And somebody shared a rumor that they may even be getting back together. I'm like, anything for fucking Total Bellas, right?
Of course. Of course. Nikki, I love you. Let's sit down like aristocrats and eat in our suits.
Now sign this contract before we speak.
Yes, just sign the contract, Nikki. Just sign the contract. He comes off like such a guy. Fucking... All right, now I'm gonna get mad again. But yeah, John Cena beats Triple H. Go next.
Well, I think we know how this one's gonna go, but Undertaker and Rusev in the casket match.
Bury me slowly, brother. I'm picking the Undertaker.
Bury me slowly with his song.
Bury me softly. The Undertaker is beating Rusev. He will not Machka. He will be resting in peace, Machka.
It's a difficult one, this, because on one side we're happy Rusev has got put back in the match and he's got a match against a big opponent like The Undertaker, but on the other hand, you know he's going to lose.
Rusev, rest in peace.
Oh, poor Rusev.
And I like Rusev.
I love Rusev. I've always loved Rusev.
And, alright, some people may not be a fan of Rusev Day, but even just him as a badass, I always think he's awesome. Lana annoys the living crap out of me. She just does. She does. I'm sorry. I just don't like Lana. I think the best thing that really won me over Carmella is, so on Total Divas, Lana thought like Carmella was talking shit about her, and Carmella just like got in her face. She said, "If I was talking shit about you, which I didn't, I would say it to your face." So watching Carmella wanted to lay the Smackdown on Lana's Rudy Poo candy ass made me like her even more, because Lana comes off like such a biatch. And like, Rusev buys a car, the man's enjoying a car, and you're like, "Oh, what are you doing? You're buying a car before the wedding, and we're gonna have the wedding, and it's a certain wedding." Shut the fuck up. Let the man enjoy himself.
It's Rusev Day.
It's Rusev Day. Like, just stop.
I mean, if he's got the money, what's the problem?
What's the problem? The man wanted a nice car. All right, leave him alone. Like, the man didn't do nothing. All he did is love you and stick up for you, and you want to just be a friggin' do.
Yeah, I mean, they still had 3 weddings.
Like, just stop. Who wants a circus wedding? I go to my wedding and I freaking smell elephant dookie. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to ride the goddamn elephant. I just want to sit and have a nice time.
And get drunk.
And yeah. Well, not me, because I'm straight edge. But hey, whoever wants to get drunk, great. Just fucking ride the elephant. Fuck you. All right, move. So I'm going to say Undertaker beats Rusev.
Yes.
Come on, Rusev, but I hate you, Lana. Okay, first of all, I have a new respect for Eva Marie, and I used to hate Eva Marie, obviously, for what she said about the whole thing on, what happened there. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I have a new respect for Eva Marie, but I still hate Lana. Fucking Lana.
You know, the whole Lana being on Total Divas thing is what ruined Lana.
Oh,
Because obviously she speaks in a normal accent, which is fine, because not necessarily everybody watches Total Divas, but then they start putting promos for it on Raw, and you clearly hear Lana talking in an American accent, and she's supposed to be fucking Russian.
You know what else did it in for me, too? So the girls are having vacation, and Renee Young is just trying to have a good time. You know, they're on vacation. They're in the pool like you're supposed to do on vacation. Have a good time. Have fun. And Lana wants to call the cops on their fun because Lana wants to sleep.
Wow.
I mean, I understand if you want to sleep, but it's like you're on vacation too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Daz? Like you're on vacation, you want to relax, you want to unwind, and you want to ruin the fun and be a party pooper. She was a lemon. Yeah.
If she wanted to sleep, all she had to do was watch Raw with earphones in.
That is also a great, counterpoint and alternative to sleep. So yes. But yeah.
Okay. We got 3 championship matches left and the 50-man Rumble match. So, Raw Tag Team Championships. The Deleters of Worlds.
The leader of worlds
versus the Bar.
I'm gonna just say it. Cesaro and Sheamus are gonna be deleted because they're going off the SmackDown. So my pick is Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy. And you know why?
Run.
And you know why else?
Because it's wonderful?
Because it's wonderful!
And I really, really hope we see Bo and Axel.
That'd be great. Put them in the Broken Universe, Brother Bo.
I knew you'd come.
Curtis, I knew you'd come.
Well, welcome, son of Perfect.
Welcome. I believe. I don't know. I tried to think something for Bo Dallas. What would Bo Dallas be? The Dallas of Bo? Like, what do you call him?
Believer of Bo's?
I like it. That's right. Okay. All right. Believer of Bo's and the son of Perfect. Yes. All right. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, same for me. Deleters of Worlds. Obviously keep the titles on Raw.
I'm going to say Cesaro does like a feat of strength or something, and Matt just goes, "Stop! That was wonderful!" And everybody in Saudi Arabia just starts clapping. I can see it now.
Matt turns to the crowd. People on couches.
People on couches. How is that, man? You guys get it so comfortable over there, and we got to sit on chairs and friggin' try to like wedge and try not to sit on top of people, and y'all get to sit on couches.
Yeah, how do you think people feel at WrestleMania when they got a fucking 7-hour show and they're stuck on a steel chair?
Oh, I felt so bad for my dude. My dude Carl went to WrestleMania 29 in New York, New Jersey. That was the one where it rained for like a while, and he had to sit on the rain.
This is the problem with open air arenas,
Yeah.
stadiums, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, at least the ring's covered. But what about your fucking 70,000 fans?
It's just no fucks given, man.
Maybe keep the open air stadiums for summer. I don't know. You know, when it's sunny.
Yep,
Unless, of course, you're in the UK. Okay. WWE Championship, AJ and Nakamura. Normally, I would have said Nakamura wins, but I kind of think AJ wins again, and we keep the feud going.
Yep, and I believe it'll go to Backlash. So that's where I'm going with Styles. I think they'll have a great match. Excuse me, but overall, Nakamura, no speak English.
Stop hitting the man in the balls.
Yeah, like, All right. I mean, and he has such satisfaction when he does it. He does good vibrations after he hits you in the nuts. Like, oh, I hit you in the nuts. He's so awesome at what he does. I think Nakamura as a heel, people were just like, oh, what's going on? Oh, you really had to have Nakamura as a heel? He's been a freaking great heel. No speak English. I'm very sorry for what I did to AJ Styles. I mean, just not answering nobody. Just comes out, why'd you do this? Because I'm fucking Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, I do what I want. I'm fucking Nakamura.
It's kind of a shame that Nakamura had to come in as a face, obviously, because he was so popular and so well known. I think if he'd have come in as a heel, people would have really grown to him very quickly.
Yeah.
Because he did struggle when he came onto the main roster.
Well, yeah, having him have a competitive match with Dolph instead of just having it be like a squash, it's like, okay. That's like what they did with Asuka and Emma. No disrespect to Emma, but Emma was being used like an enhancement talent, like a jobber, and you have Asuka have a competitive match with her.
Yeah, and then they did the whole Booker T Triple H thing where there's a whole racial build up, and then he loses anyway.
Don't get me started. I freaking hated that time period. Just goddamn, that was so ridiculous. And just the booking sense of it, nah. And the whole thing with Nakamura, Jinder Mahal is being all racist towards him, and then friggin' Mahal gets the win, and then you hardly see Nakamura do dick for a while. Then he wins the Royal Rumble. Then we get the thing with Styles, which was just a setup to him turning heel, which was awesome. And I think we're going to see a lot of great stuff with them. I think that they're going to kick ass in Saudi Arabia. Obviously, you keep AJ as the champion. They have another match at Backlash. You can even have the blow-off be at SummerSlam, but you have a great oomph and great, stuff behind this feud, man.
Yeah, I really hope they can keep it going to SummerSlam.
I think it would. I think we're going to get that Daniel Bryan Miz blow-off after Daniel Bryan goes through Big Cass. At least I hope, because Big Cass, I think he still has work, but I think they're going to invest in him, so we shall see.
Yeah, when Big Cass was cutting his promo this past week, I really could see them putting the championship on him somewhere in the future.
Well, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the whole heel attitude, the suit, the belt. It would work.
It would.
Universal Championship in a cage.
Oh, God.
Now, again, I'm in two minds with this one, like I am with AJ and Nakamura. Normally, I would have said Roman finally wins, but we're not entirely sure how long Brock's going to stick around. If it's a 2 pay-per-view deal, that could be this pay-per-view and then any other pay-per-view down the line.
You know what? I was originally going to say it's going to be Roman and Joe for the Universal title.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's where they're going. I was originally going to pick Roman too, and I hope he wins, but I'm just going to say Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I would be least surprised if Brock retains again. Maybe rumors are true and they are starting to give up. Not necessarily give up, but slow down on Roman.
I can see Brock go through Roman here, and Joe's been cocky and talking about, oh, that's what's going to happen. You're just going to lose, and then Roman goes and beats Joe at Backlash. Yeah. I mean, that's an early prediction, but who knows? But yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to say Brock Lesnar, as much as I want it to be Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that would be the bounce back. Another loss to Brock, and then just blitz through Samoa Joe. Unfortunate for Joe, of course.
Which I think Joe will have a fine career on SmackDown. I mean, he killed Sin Cara, which, hey, it's nice to see you still work here, Sin Cara. But yeah, I think Joe will be fine wherever he is on SmackDown. I think him and AJ Styles will have a great feud. I think him and Daniel Bryan would have a great feud. I think it'll just be the ROH World Tour with Samoa Joe on SmackDown.
Okay, so on to what we're assuming is the main event, which is probably going to be like a 2-hour-long match.
Oh my God, the match is going to be like an hour and a half plus entrances and freaking, oh, here's the Saudi Arabian guy. Oh, here's this guy. Oh, here's that guy. And freaking just 1 minute entrances and intervals, and it's just going to be like one of the longest clusterfuck matchups ever.
Yeah, so all the GMs and commissioners are on the show apart from Paige, of course.
Wait, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Who's in this? Okay, so you know who's officially announced for this thing right now?
Yeah, there's so we were saying with commissioners, GMs, there's Shane McMahon, there's Kurt Angle, there's former GM Daniel Bryan, he was the first one announced.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, they just added new ones.
Yeah, I just saw the new one, which is Mark Henry.
Good for Mark Henry. Oh, great. Oh my God, the great Khali's in the match. Rey Mysterio, which is cool. Jericho. Oh, your boy Mojo Rawley's in the match. Just get rid of him first. Get him out of there. Just get Mojo out of there.
I
But
hope
yeah,
they boo him.
of course, he sucks.
I hope they hate him as much over there as I do.
I think it's a good people who they have in here, except for Mojo and Sin Cara is in the match. Hi, Sin Cara, how you doing? Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Oh God, really you put Shane McMahon in the battle royal. I know you mentioned it, but really you put Shane McMahon in there. What's he gonna do? Shadow box and shadow dance with everybody? like, like, come on, man.
Why is he in a battle royal? I thought he had a freaking hernia.
Yeah, what happened with the hernia there? What is it, freaking? Because his last name's McMahon, he could just bounce back like that.
I mean, I know he wrestled at Mania, but that was a tag match.
Yeah, like, who else is in here? Okay, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you could obviously tell who some of the favorites are.
Yeah, half of the entrants have been announced, so we've got plenty of surprises to come.
Fucking Great Khali's in a battle royal.
Kane was removed. I'm not sure why.
I get it because it's India with the Great Khali, but I think this will probably be like he showed up at the Punjabi prison for his one time. I think this will also be his one time.
Oh yeah, that one time he turned up in the Punjabi prison and it went nowhere.
You just have the Great Khali help him. You didn't lead to a match with Orton or do like a blow off of that. You just had Khali come in and Khali, it's nice to see you.
And he's gone.
And he's gone.
I mean, they barely even mentioned it afterwards.
I know, it's kind of like a revolving door. Anyway, as
soon as Khali left and the show ended, Will Smith came up with his neuralizer. Flash, memory erased. What happened?
Here come the Men in Black Galaxy Defenders, man. Hey, as far as this Greatest Royal Rumble goes, as far as my pick, I gotta go Braun, man. I'm gonna go Braun.
Braun would be my favorite to win, but I don't know, maybe.
Oh my God.
Daniel Bryan would be a dark horse.
No, I could see what they could do. If it's international, God, if they have the Great Khali win this Royal Rumble.
Oh, for the love of God, please.
Please, no. Please don't do it. But my pick is going to be Braun Strowman. Are you going to stick with Braun or are you going to go with Daniel Bryan?
Please, Jesus, Jehovah, and Allah, don't give it to the Great Khali.
Please do not give it to the Great Khali.
Yeah, I think Daniel Bryan's my strong pick. Maybe a real left field Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler. It really is anybody's ballgame, this one.
God, if you give it to the Lone Wolf.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to stick with Daniel Bryan.
All right, I'm going to stick with Braun. You know why? Because they're going to get these hands. By the way, fuck you, Dave Meltzer, talking about, Braun Strowman's get these hands is lame. You're lame. Shut the fuck up.
Meltzer, everything you say is fucking lame.
Just shut the fuck up, Dave.
It's so lame that it's selling so many friggin' t-shirts.
Fucking Dave Meltzer.
What a fucking idiot.
Get these hands is lame. It's not like everybody chants it and chants Braun every time he comes out, you fucking twat. God damn. See, I'm angry today now. There's a lot of things just making me angry. Friggin' that. Friggin' the Impact. Friggin' just Meltzer. And Ryan Satin hasn't done anything stupid yet, so I'm sure Ryan Satin will get me angry this week, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, there we go.
I'm going with Braun. It has to be Braun. But it probably won't be because, you know why? Because I don't know. But it probably won't be. It's politics. It's politics. But I swear to God, WWE, if you give that goddamn trophy to the Great Khali, I will be so goddamn mad. Like, I don't get that mad at wrestling, but I will get really that mad if they give that trophy to the Great fucking Khali.
Or Mojo.
Or, yeah. Please no.
Please no. So there's all the Greatest Royal Rumble. One quick thing before we go that popped up this week, actually this morning at the time of recording, was the summit with the business partners at WWE do. Triple H had a little presentation and he was talking about NXT expanding, pretty much like the old territory days where he wants to set up sort of NXT bases around the world.
You know what? I like that. Expansion. You can tell just Triple H has a mind for it. NXT is his baby, and I think he's going to excel at whatever he does and puts into that brand.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we are fans of all wrestling. We like WWE, New Japan. but you can just imagine all the anti-WWE crowd or indie guys just going, "Oh, here we go again, WWE monopolizing the wrestling world." It's not a bad thing if they're giving not necessarily well-known wrestlers a platform to perform in front of a bigger audience to earn more money. It's a good thing.
It is. But yeah, I'm all for that. I think, like I said, it's gonna excel. It's NXT, man. It's NXT. They have plans for that, and I think they're coming back to the United Kingdom. Are you gonna go to the NXT show?
I would love to.
Okay.
Absolutely love to.
Coming back. It was a Warp Tour, like summer, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I had the money, I would go. I mean, I would go to Download, because then you've got Metal plus NXT.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking the Warp Tour. I meant the Download Festival. For some reason, the Warp Tour came to mind. Yes, the Download Festival. You're right.
But yeah, I'm sure they're coming back in November sometime as well. Obviously, we've got the England shows coming up in a couple of weeks for Raw and SmackDown. I think one's in Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but yeah, obviously I'm not going to them because I don't have the money. But yeah, if I had a choice, I would definitely go to NXT over Raw or SmackDown.
You know what? And that's the thing to say, man, because it's NXT. I know they're coming back to the Barclays again because SummerSlam, I think, is coming back to the Barclays real soon, which that's cool. And I think Triple H announced that they're going to do like more conference calls because, you know, they have like the conference calls like right before NXT and they take the questions and shit. I think he's going to be doing more after NXT.
Yeah, cool.
Which I'm like, that's cool.
Very cool.
Very cool. But it's like, all right. So, I mean, yeah. Oh, did you hear Zack Ryder got injured?
Yep.
Okay,
you know it.
So he put out a tweet. So he wrestled Mike Kanellis, who, hi Mike Kanellis, I'm burning up with your love. Probably one of my favorite theme songs. He wrote out on Twitter, got some good news this morning. MCL, ACL, calf muscle strains, nothing completely torn. No surgery will be needed. Thanks to everyone who reached out. It's time for Raw to get zacked.
Oh, so he's only like a minor injury.
Yeah. And then the another spoiler alert. Aerostar, who was a Lucha Underground talent and wrestled at the Redemption show. Excuse me, I had a brain fart there. So what happened was Aerostar, it came out that he was banged up when he was too close to the corner when Andrew Everett performed a 450 splash off the top rope. Everett ended up coming down hard and drilled Aerostar in the midsection, completely knocking the wind out of him. PW Insider was told it was a scary scene live, and the crowd was very quiet, realizing something went wrong. We were told by sources that there was concern Aerostar had broken his ribs initially. He was down on the mat for a long time as officials checked on him, and Ty Valkyrie, who speaks Spanish, and hello, Lucha Underground, and Mexico, translated for him, but Aerostar was finally walked out with the help of others. The last thing we heard, Aerostar had not gone to the hospital to be checked out, but was believed to have been okay, although he was said to be extremely sore. So, yeah, that happened.
All right. So there's a couple of injuries this past week. Yeah.
And then do you want me to give the other spoiler?
Is it a WWE spoiler?
Well, that was the Impact and WWE spoiler that I gave about Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
But we have another return to another company, and that is Eddie Kingston is back in Impact Wrestling.
Oh, again.
So they did this whole thing like the King at Redemption, right? Who's the king of LAX? Because I think they took out Conan. Because Conan, I don't know, something happened with Conan, but Conan. I think it's actually real life too, because I think he had to go for surgery again, so something to do with Conan. So Conan got taken out, and Eddie Kingston is now with LAX. Which that's cool, because I like Eddie Kingston. I think he's an incredible talent. The first time I think he got shafted because they put him with the DCC.
Yeah.
And that went nowhere. And James Storm is no longer there. Who else was in?
Well, I mean, it went nowhere because they fucked over Billy Corbin.
Yeah, that too. But I'm just saying, it's just, I like Eddie Kingston. I want to see him succeed. I think he's incredible at what he does. I think he's an asset wherever, but it's just. when I think of Impact, it just gives a sore taste, and that's the last thing I'll say about it. But yeah, those are the spoilers. Zack Ryder, which I'm glad he is, he just came back from a, injury too, so it's glad that nothing's torn, and I hope Aerostar's okay. I mean, you don't want to see that.
No. And you mentioned James Storm. I think we're just counting the days now until he pops back up in WWE. Obviously, he was backstage at Raw a couple of weeks ago.
And I get to hear that awesome theme song again. Never serve a man to do a man's job. To do a man's job.
I mean, I'd be happy if they got the rights to Johnny Cash song.
I would too, but yeah, sooner or later, God will cut you down. Good times, man. But yeah, you see, you bring up Johnny Cash, it also makes me think of "Ain't no grave can hold my body down." Yep.
I remember last year, Johnny Cash was on pretty much every trailer, every movie trailer. Johnny Cash.
See, now you got me smiling again, because now we're talking about Johnny Cash, and I get to get away that negativity that we had, man. So that brings you together, Johnny Cash, because he's a legend. May he rest in peace.
When Undertaker used "Ain't No Grave," why didn't Kane use "Ring of Fire"?
Well, we had a Ring of Fire match with him and Bray Wyatt, which...
Oh, it was an Inferno match. They just weren't allowed to burn each
What
other.
is this Inferno match that you speak of? We are TVPG. It is a Ring of Fire. We cannot set anybody on fire. I've never heard of this Inferno match that you speak of. It was a glorified Inferno match. You just couldn't set anybody on fire. That's what it was.
Oh,
So cut the horse. I see through it.
It was an Inferno match that ended by pinfall.
Yeah, there you go.
And it was dumb.
It sucked. The big one.
It was actually probably a good debut for Bray Wyatt, though, because the first and probably the last big feud that he actually won.
Agreed. I know he beat Ryback, so he won that feud with Ryback.
Ah, fuck Ryback.
I know. Ryback. Ryback actually thinks he's going to be in the Hall of Fame in the future. No, Ryback. No, you're not. You're dumb as fuck for thinking that.
Ryback thinks he invented everything. Oh, that was my idea.
Ryback makes my head hurt. Like, what just... Oh, Ryback. I mean,
he's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, and he's got Phoenix Marie as his co-host now. Which Phoenix Marie in the adult industry, giggity, giggity, swing. But yeah.
Oh, I invented the adult industry.
Just stop it, Ryback. Stop it, Ryback. Oh, CM Punk. No, that's news to me because I never had a problem with him. CM Punk thinks you're dumb as fuck and you're dangerous, and you took the years off his career, but we never had a problem.
Never had a problem.
Never had a problem with him.
Missed the fucking table, but never had a problem.
I just dropped him on his head, but we never had a problem.
Oh, dear Lord.
Feed me more.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know who's worse for bullshit, Ryback or Meltzer.
Dude, all right. You see, now you're gonna bring up something here, and I really hate that you did that, but I gotta say it. I'm gonna hate that you say it because you brought up Dave Meltzer's name, but Meltzer's all right. Between the two, Meltzer's more full of shit. Meltzer will always be more full of shit. Friggin' saying that Braun Strowman's get these hands is lame. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Japan, but he thinks everything in Japan is 5 stars, which I love Japan, but everything... I think he made like a comment like Shawn Michaels... This person was bigger than Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels' career, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Shawn Michaels is like one of the best of all time. And, say what you will about him, the politics and the losing the smile and tell me a lie and say you won't go. But Shawn Michaels has a history in the business, and he's trying to say like this. I don't think it was even like that big of a name in Japan. It was like a schmo that he only knows because, he's in love with Japan. But I'm like Meltzer, like you don't make Shawn Michaels' career be like a detriment. I mean, he had like a history in like the industry, like duh, hello, it's Shawn Michaels. It's just when you say something like that, it's like you shake your head. And don't get me wrong, we both love Japanese wrestling. We do a spin-off show for Max Wrestling. We got the New Japan thing, but it's like, come on, let's not like put a detriment on somebody's career. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck Mystic Meltzer.
Well, you do know what I'm saying, though, right? Like what I said was kind of spot on.
Yes.
Thank you. I need some credit.
Hit the Dave on the head.
I did. I will hit him in the head too, Meltzer.
You were more on point than Meltzer's ever been.
I was. I gotta hear it. Him and Ryan Satin. By the way, fuck Ryan Satin.
You know what really gets me about Meltzer that a lot of people don't really seem to understand?
Go ahead.
Obviously, he makes these bullshit predictions and then turn out to be false. the ones that he gets right are the ones that anybody could see coming. So he looks genius because he predicted this obvious fucking thing.
Okay, I got to tell you this. So I was watching the California show for New Japan, and then the post show comes on, and I see Kevin Kelly, and then I see his face on the post show, and I turned it off. I had to turn it off because I do not want to listen to him talk about the matches.
Is it because you had enough?
I had enough.
we at one point we're all gonna have enough of Mystic Meltzer.
We are.
The day is coming.
He ruined Japan, man. I was enjoying that show from top to bottom. Then I turn on the post show on New Japan World, and I see his face, and I'm like, no.
Douche. You fucking ruined New Japan.
And that's the reason why people make fun of it, because his name gets attached to it. You know, everybody go, Meltzer. No, if you actually watch the product and you watch the stories that these guys do, it's great. The person that ruins it is him.
It's a fucking Meltzer driver.
The Meltzer driver. Like,
Ugh.
Ugh.
Fucking Meltzer.
God damn it.
Well, there we go, folks. Thank you for listening, and don't forget you can find us at Max Wrestling on SoundCloud and Podomatic. Look for us on YouTube, iTunes, and occasionally on Stitcher, and of course on Facebook at Max Wrestling UK. And don't forget, Max Wrestling Interactive is for everybody. You can join us at facebook.com/groups/Max Wrestling Interactive, and you can also find me at Dazzy MWP, and Mike is available at
SM Show 1 or at MCL92 on the Twitter, and the SoundCloud is MC Larkin92.
Nice. And look up more shows from Danger Zone Productions. You can catch up with the whole first series of Throne Zone at Throne Zone UK. Hopefully you saw the promo last week for Throne Zone Series 2, which is coming this summer. We're aiming for June, July. It's going to be a 7-episode series recapping the story so far. So episode 1 will be about the whole season 1, episode 2, whole season 2, and so on. And of course, Screen Gems will be relaunching very soon. I know we keep saying, but it will be relaunching very soon, as the Butcher and I discuss some lesser known movies, or maybe some old favourites, or maybe some that are just sitting at the back of your shelf collecting dust that you really need to break out again. But you can catch up with the original series at DB Screen Gems on Twitter. And join us next week for Greatest Royal Rumble Fallout, and straight to another pay-per-view with Backlash predictions. And that's the bottom line, bitch.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you, bitch.
Fucking Meltzer.
I got something to say. You know what that is?
Go.
You converted Izzy. My ass.
Fucking BQ.
I'm reaching out to the human radio to get a jump on him, a witch hunt on him. Get some money, throw the tantrum. The human radio is playing your anthem. We scream, we die, we want the world to know we are the human radio. Mamma mia! Mamma mia! Are you kidding me?